The 2019 Lincoln Nautilus Reserve. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur, Lincoln in Salina, Kansas. In this video, we're going to go over all the standard as well as optional equipment that is available, even those different packages on the Reserve trim of the 2019 Lincoln Nautilus. This is what we call our complete guide. We're going to go very in-depth here, so if you're watching this on YouTube, check the description down below. We'll also have the timestamps down there for the different sections of the video and the different optional packages and standalone options, as well as those prices down there. So I think you'll really enjoy this video, very thorough video, but let's go ahead and get started, and I'll go over this complete guide for the Lincoln Nautilus Reserve. Now, first thing I want to do is talk about safety, and if you've watched the videos on the standard or the select trim, you can probably go ahead and fast forward to the front of the vehicle, because we're going to cover all the same safety features I did in those videos, because they do have all the same safety features no matter what trim you have, because everyone needs to be safe no matter what level of luxury you have. So let's first talk about the airbags. You're going to have a dual stage front airbag for the driver and front passenger. It's going to deploy a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the steering wheel. There are sensors underneath those seats that lets the system know that and deploy the correct size airbag, depends on how close you are. Also, you're going to have a knee airbag, not only for the driver under the steering column, but also for the front passenger that's going to deploy out of that glove box. So real nice, especially that front collision, a real severe one where that engine's going to drop down. It'll help protect those occupants from those front collisions. Also, you're going to have a side impact airbag for the driver and front passenger that's going to deploy from the side of that seat, protect you from any side collision that might happen on the road as well. And then you're going to have the safety canopy airbag. That's going to come down to deploy on the side. That side curtain airbag comes down over those windows, protect those in the front as well as the rear seat from any kind of maybe rollover you might have. And this does have advanced track with roll stability control, so hope that what's not going to happen to you. And what advanced track is, it's a system that helps you stay on your intended path. So it uses a series of brakes on the vehicle real quickly within milliseconds to keep you on your intended path. If you're going in that curve too fast, or maybe you're driving on a slick driving road and you're coming into that curve, it'll help you keep you on your intended path so you don't have that rollover situation happen for you. Also, this is going to come with 911 assist as well, so they can call 911 directly instead of using like a third-party provider like OnStar or something, so that way you're going to come to your safety even faster. You just have to have your Bluetooth enabled phone connected to the vehicle. Also, you're going to have SOS post-crash alert system as well. It's going to honk the horns and flash the lights if you're in an accident, you're off the side of the road, so people can come to your safety. So some great systems there. Now, for occupants in the back, let's talk about a couple different ways to keep them safe. If you have those kids that are in those toddler seats or those booster seats, car seats, you have that latch system, a lower anchors and tethers for children that can securely fasten those car seats down against the back of those seats securely on those two outside seats. Also, you're going to have the rear child locks as well, so you can manually lock those doors so that way they can't open them from the inside. That just keeps you a little bit safer, especially if you're driving down the road. You don't want those doors opening on you, so that'll help protect that. Of course, when you lock the vehicle, it's going to do that typically anyway, and they won't usually be able to do that, but if you want to make sure even when you're stopped, you can have those child safety locks locked out there. So some great ways to protect you. This also is going to have a couple other features I want to talk about, one of them being the e-pass system, electronic power assist steering. And that's going to make it a little bit easier when you're driving on slower speeds, maybe in parking lots, so you can turn that steering wheel real easily. But on the highway, it's going to stiffen it up so that wind can't push you from side to side. Another one I want to talk about is the Copilot 360. It is standard equipment on all your Lincoln Nautilus, even from your standard and on up. And some of these features have actually been on, you've seen provided as part of the, the Reserve before you can get some of those. Now they're rolling out as standard equipment. So one of the features I want to talk about on this particular part of the video is the pre-collision assist with pedestrian detection. So what that does is it has the front collision warning, so it knows if there's a car in front of you that's stopped going much slower than you and you're not hitting your brakes, and you can tell that you're gonna hit them if you don't hit your brakes. It's going to put a series of lights on the dash and tones that you need to stop and initiate that brake if you don't. So it has brake support to go along with that, and it detects the pedestrians as well as the vehicles. So that system also is going to be a part that's standard equipment on all your Lincoln vehicles. So as we move to the front of the vehicle, I want to talk about the drivetrain and engines that are available for you. So it's going to come standard equipment in your front wheel drive with your 2.0 liter 4-cylinder twin turbocharged engine. And that engine will give you about 250 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. So very capable engine that you're going to get with that. Also, with that engine, you're going to also get the auto start-stop technology that's going to come with it. And what that means is when you pull up the stoplight, stop sign, you press the brake, it's going to shut the vehicle off, and then when you let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. So it's going to try to help conserve on fuel economy that way. If that's a feature that maybe kind of alarms you a little bit or you don't like that feature, you can deactivate it on each trip by hitting the button that's to the right of your screen, and it'll deactivate it or turn it off for that trip. So you will have to do it on every time you turn the vehicle back on, but it's pretty easy to just press that button to deactivate that. Also, the standard transmission is an 8-speed automatic transmission with select shift. So with select shift means that you can put it in that sport mode on that push button shift there on the left side of that screen. Put it in that S mode and you can shift it up and down like a manual transmission using those paddle shifters located behind the steering wheel. So that's going to be standard equipment on those as well. Now let's talk about fuel economy for the front wheel drive with the 2.0 engine. It's going to have about 21 miles per gallon in the city and about 26 miles per gallon on the highway. And then if you go with the optional all-wheel drive with the 2.0 engine with all-wheel drive disconnect, it's going to get you about 20 miles per gallon in the city and about 25 miles per gallon on the highway. You can also go with the optional 2.7 liter V6 twin turbocharged engine that's going to deliver 335 horsepower and get you 380 pound-feet of torque. So very powerful engine with that one, and available in either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive with that engine. And let's talk about the fuel economy on those. The front-wheel drive with the 2.7 is going to get about 20 miles per gallon in the city, and they're getting about 27 miles per gallon on the highway. So a little bit better fuel economy on the highway with that engine. Your all-wheel drive will get you about 19 miles per gallon in the city and about 26 miles per gallon on the highway. So that's the breakdown on the fuel economy in those two different engines as well. So a great way to go with either way you go with that, those two different engines. Let's talk about the styling up here. You can see the grille. Love the Satin repeating star grille up here with the chrome surround and the chrome bigger star in the middle. So great grille. Of course, they've been rolling this out as they do new redesigns. And when the Nautilus, of course, they brought this grille over like they did with the Continental and the Navigator. So great looking grille up here on the front of it. Also your headlights. I am going to give you some images off the select video that we did because this is actually the headlights as part of the luxury package we're going to talk about in just a little bit. But the headlights are going to be LED automatic headlights. So it means automatically they're going to come on when it gets dark if you have it in the auto setting and turn off when it gets light out. So love this full LEDs up here for that. LED signature lighting as well. That's going to light up underneath there. Doubles your daytime running lights. So you can have those set on to be on even during the daytime, and it's just very impactful. LED fog lights as well. They're going to be located down here in the lower part of that bumper. In fact, let's go ahead and talk about that. That nice look on the lower part of that bumper with a high gloss black finish with some chrome accents around there. Just give it a nice luxury look on the lower part, also painted as well. And then you have a molded in down here that just protects it from any kind of road conditions you might have down there, not chipping that paint or anything like that. So great look to the front of the vehicle. I do want to talk about that you get as part of the Copilot 360, another feature that's standard equipment is going to be your auto high beams. So a lot like your automatic headlights, when there's no one in front of you and in your dark street, alley, whatever it might be, it'll turn those high beams on automatically. And then if somebody approaches you, if you're in the city lights, it'll turn them off. So that is actually a feature that's part of the Copilot 360 and can be activated and deactivated in your settings screen under that lighting section for that. So that's another feature as part of the Copilot 360. A couple other features I want to talk about on the windshield up here that is standard equipment, because when you go to reserve you get the climate package, which is optional to select as standard equipment, and two of those features have to do with the wipers. The windshield wiper de-icers are a great feature that's going to be included in the standard equipment, which means when that windshield gets defrosted, those wipers still get wet. They tend to freeze up on you in the wintertime and they're not very functional. Windshield wiper de-icers will keep those defrosted for you. And then you have the rain sensing wipers. Another great feature, if you have your wipers in one of those intermittent settings, then it'll go ahead and when it starts to rain, turn those wipers on and wipe the windshield for you. As it rains harder, it's going to wipe even faster for you, so it adjusts everything on the fly. I love the windshield wiper de-icers along with this. Now let's talk about the Lincoln Embrace. Now when you go from the Select and as well as the Reserve, you get the Lincoln Embrace 2. so it kind of upgrades that a little bit. So you're going to get some different LED lights as you approach the vehicle and really welcome you to the vehicle with those series of LED lights. And the first thing you're going to notice when you approach the vehicle with that key fob in your pocket within 8 feet of the vehicle is the LED signature lighting is going to light up underneath there and kind of fade up is what they call that. And that's something that's a little bit different than your standard trim will see. Your LED lights on the door handles will also light up, so you can see those easily at nighttime. If you approach the vehicle from behind and you're putting something in the tailgate, you can see the LED tail lights light up across the back of the tailgate. And then beside the vehicle, you're going to see the security approach lamp put this nice Lincoln welcome mat beside the vehicle. So it just looks gorgeous when you're approaching the vehicle. Also lights up some ambient lighting on the inside of the vehicle, including your start button will glow and kind of keep flashing on slowly for you, so you know where that's located when you get in the vehicle. So love the welcome sequence, great feature there. Last thing I want to talk about before we move to the side is the laminated windshield and glass. Windows and the windshield up here. What that's going to do is it's going to make it quieter for you. It does have active noise control in the vehicle, so that way it makes it quieter so everybody can talk with each other. And to do that, it has that laminated glass as well as these front windows to keep that road noise, especially when you're on the highway, quieter for you, so you can be able to do that. Now, as we move around to the side, I want to talk about a couple other things that I didn't mention on the front that we'll mention right now that is going to be standard equipment in all your reserves. And now, one of them is your adaptive suspension. On your select trim, it was going to be standard equipment as long as you had an all-wheel drive, but now on the reserve, it's standard equipment even on your front-wheel drive. So adaptive suspension is going to give you a great ride. It's going to dictate any imperfections in the road to give you a smooth ride. So you're going to really love that adaptive suspension on these vehicles. Also, the lane keeping system. As part of the Copilot 360, lane keeping system is standard equipment in all your Lincoln Nautilus vehicles. And so what that's going to give you is three great features. One of them is a driver alert feature. And what that's going to do is if you have that turned on your settings under the driver alert, it's going to let you know if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often with a series of tones, and kind of a pleasant tone actually, as well as a little message on the dash kind of telling you that. Now, it is a feature you can deactivate and activate in your settings screen. Also, you do have two different ways to help you when you're driving down the road, whether it be on with your cruise set or not. Either way, it's going to be activated, and as long as you have it set up. And then you can either aid you or it can help alert you. So the first one is the alert system. And what that's going to do is if you start to leave your lane, it's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane. So that is one way they can help you out. The other one is an aid system. A lot of other manufacturers don't have this, but the aid system actually keeps you in the lane. So if it can see those lines on both sides of you and you start to go off those lines, it's going to keep you in your lane. Kind of uses torque vectoring on the steering column to keep you in your lane. Now, I'm also going to talk about a package later that you can get, a driver assistance package that even helps you out even more than that. On top of that, this vehicle happens to have that works great for you. So lane keeping system, standard equipment on all your Lincoln Nautilus vehicles. Let's talk about the standard wheel. This is an upgraded wheel, so we'll talk about the standard wheel. Is a 20-inch wheel. It is a premium dark painted wheel, and give you a clip off of Lincoln's website, as well as I think we have another Lincoln vehicle reserve that has that wheel. I'll try to get a clip from that one so you have a good idea what that looks like. So a 20-inch wheel, you can get an optional wheel. This one we'll talk about when we get to optional equipment. Also, your nameplate over here on the side. Lincoln, the Nautilus nameplate with the chrome accent under there with the chrome lettering. A nice little touch. They started putting that on the Continentals, and you're seeing it in the new Navigators as well as the Nautilus. And of course, they're going to put those nameplates on the side on all the vehicles as they redesign them. Body colored mirror cap, as you can see here. Turn signal indicator on the outside is LED, so people know you're wanting to turn, so you're going to have that come up. Power heated glass as well as part of that system there. And then also you're going to see it is auto folded in. Auto fold mirrors when you have on the select and reserve models, so that way when you lock the vehicle up, it's going to auto fold those mirrors in towards the glass, so that way they won't get banged up. Nice, great feature. Always know if your vehicle is locked just by looking at the vehicle with those mirrors folded in like that. When you walk up, use intelligent access to walk up and unlock the vehicle, and then you open the door and shut it, it's going to go ahead and auto fold those mirrors out into place, so they're ready to go for your drive. So, and then when you lock it up, it's going to fold it back in for us just like that. So auto fold mirrors, great feature that's part of the select and the reserve trim. Then on the mirror face itself, instead of having that integrated blind spot mirror, you're going to have your bliss system. Standard equipment on your Lincoln Nautilus is part of the Copilot 360. And the way that works is if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of your mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Also, as you're backing up, it has what they call cross traffic alert. Someone's going to cross your path behind you. It's going to alert you with a light in the corner of that mirror from the side they're coming from. Puts a message on the dash if they're coming from the left or the right, or more importantly, it gives you a tone that it's not safe to back up the vehicle. So love the Bliss and Cross Traffic Alert, how that works together, and standard equipment on every one of your Lincoln Nautilus vehicles. Now let's talk about this intelligent access just a little bit. You have that key fob in your pocket. You just walk up, put your hands in the door handle. It's going to unlock the vehicle for you. It helps you get in and out of the vehicle. All you have to do to lock it is go ahead and just press the ridges on any of the doors, and it's going to lock the vehicle up for you. You don't have to get the keys out of your pocket to get in and out of the vehicle or to start it, which I'll show you when we get to the interior. You'll see a little bit different look on the door handles when you go up to the Reserve. You do have the nice chrome accent on those body color door handles, so a nice touch of luxury there. You're going to see the nice chrome accent around the windows as well, and then the molded in at the bottom, you're going to see it also have some chrome accent down there to kind of make that pop a little bit and not look so plain. The molded in black is important on the bottom part of that lower rocker molding, just because being an SUV, it wants to protect that. Same way on your wheel lip moldings, more durable, so that way it can take the hit from those rock chips and that kind of thing on the side of those vehicles. Privacy glass in these back windows as well as the back glass keeps it a little bit cooler for everyone inside. Looks much nicer as well on the vehicle. Just a nice luxury touch here. And before we move on to the back, I do want to go over this keypad entry. An invisible keypad entry comes in real handy because you can lock the vehicle up, lock the keys inside if you want to, or get in the key in the vehicle without having to have your keys on you. So you can just use your own special code to get in and out of the vehicle. Invisible, it disappears so people can't see it's there. And that's very important because on your Select and your Reserves, you also get the security package. So that enhanced security package that gives you an intrusion alarm, as well as a valet mode and some lockable compartments in the vehicle as well as part of that security package that's standard equipment on your Select and Reserves. Last thing I want to talk about before moving to the back is the Easy Fuel capless filler door. So what's great about it, you don't have a cap to worry about losing, leaving behind, getting your hands dirty. You just open that door, you put the nozzle in, fill it up, and then shut it when you're done. So if you happen to run out of gas and you need to fill it up with a gas can, you'll want to make sure you use the funnel that we'll show you where that's located in the back. Cargo area instructions would be there on that door panel itself. So great features that are standard equipment here on the side. Let's go ahead and move to the back. Now as we move to the back, you will see the body color rear spoiler on the top with a high gloss black finish underneath and some sections that come down beside the window, the back glass here. Center high mounted stoplight up here, really high, kind of integrated into that rear spoiler. I love the look of that. You do have your rear defrost with rear wiper to keep that glass free of any kind of snow or rain or anything. You do have your nice LED tail lights back here. Of course, it goes clear across the back of it when you have your headlights on. So I love the look of that. Chrome Lincoln lettering up there with a chrome accent, and you also notice a little chrome accent in those tail lights as well back there. So great look to it. Rear view camera, as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you. Also reverse sensing, so you also get alerted if you get too close to anything. So you'll have both of those. You do have a washer for this rear rear camera back here, so that way it keeps it free from any kind of dust or dirt when you're backing up, so you can see real well. Back here you're going to see the reflectors are integrated right in there, right below the bumper, and then the lower part of this bumper as well. Nice rear skid plate underneath there to kind of protect that and give it a nice luxury look as well with your chrome tip dual exhaust back here. Also, this does have your power lift gate on the Reserve as well as your hands-free lift gate. So just like on your Select trim, so you can just use your foot to open it, just give it a kick in the middle, and then it's going to go ahead and open up that lift gate for you. So real nice. A couple things I want to talk about with the rear lift gate, just like I did on the Select video, is this can be adjusted on how high this stops for you. So if you're a little bit shorter, need to be able to hit this button to close it, you can leave it down here and you can program that to stay in that position. Or if you're a little bit taller and don't want to hit your head, you can make sure it goes all the way up to the top, and then you can go ahead and save that there. So the next time when it opens up, that's what the position it's going to open to. Now in here in the rear cargo area, you can see a real nice spacious rear cargo area, carpet in the floor and the sides as well as those seat backs. Those seats, let's talk about those. A 60-40 split bench seat. That means you can lay those seats down if you need to. But also, you can recline those seats back. Right now they're in the upright position, but I'm going to give you a clip where we reclined that 40% side back, clear back to the recline position, so you can see how far back that will recline back for those wanting to do that for those seats. Also, you can lay those seats down if you need a little extra cargo room. What's great about it, you don't have to go around to the side doors to do that. If you have something back here, you can do it from back here with these switches here on the left side of the cargo area. So you have a left and a right, and it is a power release, not a power fold. So keep that in mind. So if you just press that left button, it's going to go ahead and lay that that seat down and let it fall flat into the floor. So it just kind of falls forward there for you. So real nice in how that works. Got to unlock the vehicle. There it goes, and then it'll fall forward for us. So works really great in there. Also, you're going to see some hooks on the side as well as some loops on the bottom, and that's for the positions there for your cargo netting. Now, the cargo netting is probably inside here. Let's go and open that up. And it is back there in that blue package back there, so you would use that cargo netting and put it back here, stored in here when you're not using it. So nice little storage compartment in here, kind of a cargo management system. So as you can see with the styrofoam sections in there, you can position different things in there and to make it a little bit easier to organize. That funnel we talked about earlier is in here, as well as your spare tire. So there's a mini spare tire in here. So it is a little bit, of course, it's not the 20-inch wheel that's going to come standard for you, but we'll get you to the next filling station and get that new that tire fixed for you. So some nice functionality. We'll talk about some other different optional packages that you can get later when we talk about some different those different optional packages and accessories that you can do some things back in here if you utilize it quite a bit for other things as well. Now, as we move into the interior, I do want to talk about the interior color options for you, because there's more color options on the Reserve than you have with the Select trim. So in the Select you have 3 environments on the inside, and with the Reserve you have 5 now. So plenty of options for you, and really it breaks down to 3 different environments on the interior with some different color options for 2 of those different environments. So first let's talk about their ebony environment. So ebony environment means that when I talk about environment, I'm talking about the look of the dash, the headliner, the carpet, that's your environment and what that looks like. So ebony would be, of course, all ebony environment. So your headliner, your dash, lower part of the dash, the console, as well as for your ebony color, it's going to have your ebony seats as well. So all black interior for you. You will have a brown swirl, walnut, a high gloss trim accents for that. So you're going to see that on the console on both sides, as well as on the doors and the steering wheel. So that's going to be the brown swirl walnut. Now the other option for your ebony environment is going to be your terracotta. So that actually I've had that last year, and so terracotta, it gives you the same environment. So it's still going to be ebony environment, same wood trim as well as your ebony color. The difference is the seats. The seats are going to be a dark brown terracotta leather seating surfaces. Beautiful look to them, so that's going to be the difference between your ebony and your terracotta interior there. You can also go with a cappuccino interior environment for you. It's going to look just like this one here. This happens to be that same interior, so you're going to see that dark brown or that coffee color top part of the dash, as well as the top part of your doors and your armrest, as well as the console cover. And then the lower part of the dash, as well as your doors, are going to be that cappuccino color, as well as down under here and your headliner. So that's the environment for your cappuccino, with 2 different options for your seats. So if you do choose the cappuccino, then your seats are going to be that lighter tan leather seating surfaces for you. But you can also go with the coffee. So if you choose the coffee interior, you're going to have that cappuccino and coffee environment with these dark brown seats, like you're seeing with this particular vehicle right here, with those seats, those seating configuration. Also, both those were available in your Select. And there's a new one that's available in your Reserve as well, called the Dark Slate. Now that's the only one where it's going to be a different look, 2 different seat colors for that one. So your environment, you're going to see a dark as well as a lighter gray. So that's your gray interior here. Of course, pretty similar to this one in a kind of the light and the tan. Here you're going to see that with your gray as well. So a dark gray and light gray for your dash, environment, headliner, and then your seats are going to be a gray leather seating surfaces for that. So 5 different options for you. Hopefully you can got those clips off of Lincoln's website, so you can have a good idea what those are going to look like on your vehicle. And several of those are available in different color options. Some may not be available in certain exterior colors. You'll just have to play around on Lincoln's website, building your own vehicle and seeing how that's going to look for your vehicle. Now, I did forget to mention on your cappuccino interior, your wood trim is, instead of that brown swirl walnut, it's going to be this this trim you're seeing on this, which is that ash swirl finish here. It's an open pore finish, so I love the feel of that. So that's going to be a little bit different, as well as your slate interior is going to be an ash swirl look to it. So that's a gray ash, I think is what they call that. So it's a little bit different tone to that. And I didn't say if it's an open pore or a high gloss, so I assume it's probably an open pore like this one is. That's what I could tell from the pictures online. So there's your cabin environments. Let's go ahead and talk about the seats now. Leather seating surfaces, same leather seats you get from the Select, so a nice high-end luxury seat with the perforations in them. A little bit different here for the driver and front passenger, still a 10-way power adjustable seat, including your power lumbar and your power recline. Now you're going to get, instead of just heated seats, you're going to also get ventilated seats for the driver and front passenger. So that's going to pull that air through there, cooling it off, giving you a nice feel, and it's real quiet as well with that. Now moving to the rear seat, does seat 3 back there. You do have an armrest that comes down from your middle of the backrest. You can hit that compartment on the end of the armrest, and you're going to see those cup holders come out. Heated seats for those 2 outside seats there in the back seat. So the climate package is standard equipment, and that includes the heated seats in the rear back there. Also behind the console, you're going to have 2 USB ports back there, and I believe a power point back there too. So that plenty of ways to power devices, as well as those 2 vents that come out on the back of the console. Here on the door, power windows, locks, mirror switches, including auto one touch for all 4 of the windows, and then you do get driver memory for 3 different drivers. And that's going to memorize the position of your seat, as well as the mirror and your power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Electronically, it'll go up and down, forward and back for you. And I can program that in and have that saved as your driver memory. Another thing you'll notice is my seat has moved back a little bit, and that's because it has the easy entry and exit seat. So when you turn the vehicle off, it's a little bit easier to get in and out because it moves the seat back and the steering wheel up out of the way. So when you get in, start the vehicle, it's going to start adjusting the seat and the steering wheel and the mirrors to the position of the last driver. If that's not you, just hit your number real quick and adjust everything on the fly there. Your steering wheel, leather-wrapped, Waldorf's leather-wrapped steering wheel, heated steering wheel as part of that climate package, and now standard equipment on your Reserve. So you're going to have that. And then on the steering wheel itself, on the left side, you're going to see your cruise control. And this one actually might look a little different than the standard Reserve cruise control, because we're going to talk about the driver assistance package in a little bit. The right side is where you're going to see the controls for your settings, as well as making and receiving phone calls. So productivity screen up there is a real beautiful 12-inch, I think it's 12.3-inch LCD screen that you can see, and a very impactful, great look to it. They've gone that way on the Continental and the Reserve, so it's got a great look to the Nautilus as well. The 2 little switches up here will control all of those different features as well on that, those buttons for those right there at the top of the steering wheel there. Now let's talk about the climate control. I love how it looks when you have the vehicle turned off. You can't see the words or the emblems. Just a nice, clean aesthetic to it. When you turn the vehicle on, it uses LED backlight and it'll light up all the words, emblems to the switches. So you don't have to worry about them wearing off over time. They're not written, they're not painted onto those switches whatsoever. So they'll last longer, and just a great clean look to it as well, and very easy to be able to see that, especially at nighttime. Your push button, dual zone climate as well for the driver and front passenger, so they can have 2 different temperatures when you're driving on the road. Your push button start is going to be to the left of your climate control right there, and then to your right you have that auto hold button, which means it'll hold that brake. If you want to transition from the brake to the gas, or maybe just relax your foot, you can do that by pressing that button. And your glove box button is located right here, so real easy to do. You don't have any switches on the glove box. It has a clean look that way. You want to open it up, you just press that button and it's going to open up the glove box for you. So, and then for this, for your entertainment, let's talk about that. It does have your Sync 3 system in here, so it does have that touchscreen, that 8-inch touchscreen. It does have the Revel audio sound system with 13 speakers, including HD radio, CD player, Sirius XM satellite radio, all those great functionalities you'd expect with a Revel audio sound system. This particular vehicle has an Ultima system we're going to talk about in just a little bit as part of another package. But great look to it. That rear view camera is going to come in that view of that full 8-inch screen right there in the middle. Also, you're going to get navigation as standard equipment on this, as well as you can control your climate and your phone and entertainment through that screen as well. To the left of that is where you're going to see your push button shift there, and then to the right is where you're going to see the switches for your auto start stop up there, and then your hazard at the bottom. These buttons in the middle we're going to talk about in just a little bit as part of some different packages. The rear view mirror is a frameless rear view mirror like we did see on the Navigator, so beautiful look to it. Auto dimming as well, so it'll dim that mirror when those cars want to come behind you with those bright lights. Also, the driver's side view mirror is auto dim as well there. And then up here on the visor, garage door openers for 3 different garage doors or standard equipment when you go, I think even from the Select on up. So you're going to be able to program those. And on this overhead console, you do have a bin for those sunglasses up there. So you can put those sunglasses and hide those in there. And then also on these overhead console, you can see switches for your lights, but also switches for the panoramic vista roof. Standard equipment on your Reserve, panoramic vista roof, which is optional on the Select. So you do have that power sunshade that can open up. It'll stop halfway. Just hit that button again and it'll go on back, and then you can also open up the glass to kind of a twin panel glass that you could open up as part of your moonroof as well. So that's going to be standard equipment for you too. Ambient lighting lights up the cup holders, the footwells, even lights up above the glove box across the dash. Looks beautiful at nighttime. You can change the colors in that through your settings screen to be different colors there. You also do get illuminated door sill plates for those front doors when you're getting in the vehicle that have that Lincoln on those. Looks gorgeous when you're coming in. Floor mats in here, carpeted mats for the footwells of the front seat as well as the back seat. Typically don't put them in the vehicle. This vehicle happens to have them in them, so you're going to have those as well in the vehicle as standard equipment. Let's talk about the different compartments in this console, and then we'll finish up with the standard equipment. So you can just slide this console open here. This is the media hub is what we call it. It has one USB port in there. Also, there's a charging pad, wireless charging pad, standard equipment on your Select and above. And so you can put that cell phone in there that has wireless charging and be able to charge those different wireless phones. I think your iPhone needs to be the most recent, the 10. But a lot of your Android phones, especially your Samsungs, haven't had wireless charging for several years. You'll be able to use that for wireless charging in there. Also, the floating shelf up here. You do have a smaller one up here. The top, you can put smaller items. There is a PowerPoint on the driver's side over there. And then you have this bigger compartment under here where hopefully it's big enough. Maybe put that purse so you don't have to put it on the floor and position it in there, or some other different things on that shelf right there. For the console, we do have 2 different switches here. I'll make sure I get this right. Yep. Hit the switch on the left. It opens up to a shallow tray. You can put smaller items in there, maybe your keys, whatever it might be, pin on the back there, some of those smaller items. If you press the button on the right side, it holds that tray, that shallow tray up against there. We'll get it right here. There we go. Hold that shallow tray up against there, and then you have a bigger compartment in there, including a coin tray there, as well as a USB port and a PowerPoint in there as well. Slots on both sides over here, as well as one in the middle to be able to slide those cords through if you want to plug in the USB port in there, because this does have the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So then you can plug, if you plug your phone in there, you can have that interface on your screen. A lot of people like that. Actually been using it quite a bit, and the Google Maps through there just works fabulous, as well as you can listen to audio through your phone through Amazon Music, Spotify, some of those other different services with it plugged in. It makes it real easy to be able to use that interface right through here, and even use voice commands to control that as well. So I love how that works. Also, this does have the Lincoln Connect. Lincoln Connect allows you to stay connected to the vehicle using the Lincoln Way app. So it's a free app you download, and you have great different resources through that app. You program your vehicle in, you verify it with the modem in the vehicle, and then you can remote start your vehicle from anywhere. You could unlock and lock it from anywhere, schedule remote start times, locate your vehicle. Great, a lot of different features through the Lincoln Way app and then Lincoln Connect. And if you sign up for the unlimited wireless plan, you can also connect other devices to the modem in here, up to 10 different devices, not using your data on your cell phones, and instead using the unlimited plan. I think it's through AT&T, it's like $20 a month there. So that's available as a standard equipment as well. So a lot of features in this. I think we've covered everything as standard equipment, but there's several packages that are available on the Reserve that we haven't seen available on any of the other trims prior to this. Now we're going to talk about some different packages that are available. There's about 4 or 5 packages we want to talk about that are available for you from the factory. And the first one is one of the most popular packages, and it's the driver assistance package. So it includes a couple great features and some things that are new for the Lincoln lineup for 2019, in fact. The first feature I want to talk about as part of this driver assist package is your adaptive cruise control with stop and go and lane centering. So that's right, lane centering. So a little bit different than your adaptive or than your lane keeping system. It actually helps keep you in the center of your lane. So adding that in there, the adaptive cruise control with stop and go, if you don't know what that is, you can adjust the gap on the cruise control there. That's why that looks a little different than your standard cruise on the steering wheel because it does adjust that gap. And if you come behind someone going much slower than you, it's going to adapt your speed to the vehicle in front of you until you pass them and it's safe to resume. So that's what the stop and go and adaptive cruise control. And it does bring you to complete stop if the vehicle in front of you is stopped and you don't use your own brakes. It will go ahead and do that for you. You don't need to adjust your brakes. And then the lane centering keeps you in the center of your lane. Also with this, you get adaptive steering as part of this package. So that's going to really help you out steering the vehicle. What's going to help with that is when you're turning into those different parking spaces and such, so it adapts that steering, make it a little bit easier for you as we talked about, and so those different situations there. And to go along with that, you get the collision mitigation system. So it does have an alert system, so it knows and it detects those different alerts for any kind of collision. So we talked about the forward collision warning earlier, but this goes a little bit step further than that. If it knows that you can't stop in time and you're not able to stop in time for that someone that's in front of you, and let's say they dart out in front of you and they go from one lane to another and there's no way that you could stop and you're going to need to turn to avoid them, it's going to use that to help you with the evasive steering assist. So when you turn the steering wheel because of that, while you're hitting your brakes, it's going to allow the steering to go even harder for you so that you can go around that vehicle and hopefully safely go around them and not have a collision that way. So the evasive steering is a great system that goes along with that adaptive steering. So again, driver assist package is a great package. We order that on most of our reserve vehicles. Another pretty popular package is your technology package. And the technology package includes 3 great features. First one is your 360-degree camera. So you're going to have a camera on the front, underneath each of these mirrors on the outside, as well as the back one, to be able to see completely around the vehicle. So it does give you a split screen view on that 8-inch touchscreen there, so you can be able to see behind you or in front of you if you're going forward, as well as then all the way around you on that right side over there. And you can, of course, then click the camera button, one of those buttons there on the right side we talked about earlier that we're going to talk about later. We'll talk about that now. It's that middle button. You just press it. It gives you a full view of the front or backup camera that way. So that's going to be included. Also, you're going to get the enhanced active park assist. So you're going to get all the sensors. So you're going to get front sensors as well, and that's one of the features as part of this package, as well as your side sensors. So that way you're going to be able to help you parallel park the vehicle, reverse perpendicular park the vehicle, as well as park out. So the enhanced active park assist. I actually did a video several years ago when this first came out on a Ford Edge, so you can watch that video if you want to. It gives you a great perspective, an outside as well as an inside perspective on all 3 of those technologies and how they work together. The park out comes in real handy if you get in those tight parking spaces, maybe somebody parked real close behind you. It helps you get out of those tight parking spaces. It controls all the steering while you control the gas and the brake. So it's a great package for you. The technology package, also a very popular one to get on your reserve vehicles. So another package that we see that is ordered on the reserve vehicles, if you really want to keep going up on equipment and have all of it, is the Ultimate Package. Ultimate Package includes 3 features. One of them is an optional standalone option that you can get, and that's this wheel. 21-inch, the ultra bright machine aluminum wheel. So it's this wheel here is also available as optional equipment. We'll talk about when we get to standalone options. So you'll get this wheel as part of the Ultimate Package. You're also going to get the upgraded headlights. So these full LED dynamic headlights up here. So it's multiple multi-projector headlights there. So great look to it. So even more brighter for you. The full LEDs give you the dynamic bending, which means that it's your, if you've heard the adaptive headlights we've talked about, it's gone even further. So as you turn that steering wheel, it's going to light up your intended path, kind of lights up ahead of you, so that way you can see easier. So a great upgrade as part of the Ultimate Package, as well as the Revel Ultima audio sound system with 19 speakers with HD radio. So it really upgrades the audio sound system in there, giving you 19 speakers in the vehicle, giving you that true sound, digital sound that you'd expect from your audio. So it kind of brings through and digitizes that, giving you that clarify and some other great features as part of that Revel audio sound system. So Ultimate package is another popular package we see, was ordered on this particular vehicle. Now this is a package that was available in their Select trim, one of the few packages along with the Climate package, and it's a cargo utility package, so also available for your Reserve trim. So if you use your cargo quite a bit, this might be a great package for you and include some great features. Now one of them is on the interior, and that's going to be a 110 outlet, usually located behind the console there. I don't have a vehicle with this package on it to know for sure, but your 110 outlet should be back there behind that console there. And then also in the rear cargo area, you're going to get a cargo cover that you can, it's a retractable cover that can go across here and kind of protect it so people can't see the different belongings you have back there. So it'll be retractable as well as removable, so you can take that in and out of the vehicle, and it locks into place into these slots as you see on the side over here. Also comes with a reversible cargo mat, so it's going to be carpet on one side, all-weather on the other side. It usually has the Lincoln Star repeating on the all-weather side, so it looks real sharp as well in the vehicle. So that's going to also be upgraded for you. This cargo area in here, this compartment in here, instead of getting the styrofoam, is going to be more of a plastic, a more durable material, more functionality there, as well as a cover that goes over the spare tire and everything too. So that way, kind of covers that up. Those things won't bounce from those compartments into your spare tire area, so it kind of covers that up, keeps those contained within there. So that's going to come with the vehicle. Also, you're going to get an upgrade as well to these different tie downs. I think they call it a cargo management package within this package, or something like that. But what it is, give you these hooks down here, these loops that go from the black to a chrome, so it kind of dresses those up. Also gives you the chrome plate back here, scuff plate on the back, and then the cargo netting, which you already get as part of that package. So this is, again, a great package if you really use your cargo area a lot and you want the reversible cargo mat and maybe the cargo cover and you like the 110 outlets. This package is a great value for you, because then it also adds some other benefits to managing the cargo as well. The last package I want to talk about is your Class 2 trailer tow package. Now this package does require to get the cargo utility package for it. Not sure why. I think it has to do with that 110 outlet, because you'll need that for this package here. It will give you the Class 2 receiver hitch back here for towing, so you can put that receiver, that tow ball in there. Also, it's going to give you the trailer sway control, and it'll give you that maximum amount of towing of 3,500 pounds with the vehicle. So this is a great package if you're wanting to tow something with the vehicle, a little bit smaller trailer, maybe a little pop-up camper or something like that, or maybe even those different smaller boats or jet skis. This is a great package to add to the vehicle. Now we're going to talk about standalone options, and all these are available. Standalone options doesn't require you to have any of the other equipment groups or packages, to get any of them. There are standalone options. And the first one to talk about is your engine block heater. We see that about all your Ford Lincoln vehicles as an option for you if you park your vehicle outside a lot and you live in a cold weather state. Engine block heater may come in handy, so that vehicle will start up a lot easier in the winter time. Also, the front tag bracket. Now, standard equipment is a front tag bracket in states that require 2 tags. A state like Kansas does not require it. If you want a personalized tag on the front, it is going to be a standalone option. It is a no-charge option, but you want to make sure you put that on your order and let your dealership know that you want that front tag bracket on there, so it can be shipped from the dealer. You can also order that from your Ford service department, and they can put it on for you afterwards as well if you want to. Also, this wheel, we talked about it earlier as part of the Ultimate package, but it also is part as a standalone option as well. So 21-inch ultra bright machine aluminum wheel. So if you want to upgrade it from that 20 to this 21, that is a standalone option for you. So 2 different wheels that are available on your Reserve trim there. Also, you can get side rails over here. They are a satin finish side rails on the vehicle, no crossbars, so it'll be the side rails without the crossbars that are available for you to kind of dress up, give it a nice touch there on the roof. That's available for you as optional equipment. Inside, there's a couple things that are available for you as well. And one of them is the trim. I didn't mention earlier, I forgot to. Optional equipment, you can upgrade if you don't like the wood grain finish on any of those environments. You can also get the optional Sonata Spin aluminum trim. So if you'd rather have that aluminum look to it, that is the standard trim on your standard equipment or standard trim vehicle Nautilus. That is available as optional for you. You can get that Sonata Spin aluminum trim. Also, you can upgrade to the 22-way Ultra Comfort seats. So they're going to give you the great adjustments with the active motion, the massaging seat features, the thigh extender, as well as the power head restraints. So I love those features for you. 22-way for the driver and front passenger, and also still going to come with the heated and ventilated seats as well. So let's talk about some accessories. Not a lot of accessories available from the factory. There are several that you can get through your Ford accessories and parts department, but a couple that you can order from the factory will be shipped ahead of time and the dealership will put them in for you. And one of them is a cargo accessories and mat package. So that's going to give you all-weather mats throughout the vehicle. So that means you're going to get all-weather floor liners in the vehicle, so they'll go the foot wheels in the front as well as the back seat. You'll still get the carpeted mats as well, but they'll also throw those in for you, especially if you get a lot of snow, ice, rain, that kind of thing. You might track in mud. That'd be really helpful. You're going to also get the all-weather cargo mat. So instead of being reversible, it is going to be a tray-like mat that goes back there, all-weather material for your cargo area that goes in there as well. And then the rear bumper cover, you're going to have a protector that goes over that. So it'll go over top of that bumper. So that way if you tend to drop things on there, then that'll be something you can add to the vehicle as part of this little accessory package here. The other optional equipment or accessory you can get is a Lincoln Play with DVD. So great system. It replaces your headrest up there, and it gives you this rear entertainment system, and it's really more of a rear seat entertainment system because it's not just a DVD. You can play DVDs in those systems, but also you can play you can have videos on thumb drives. You can even access your videos from your phone into it and use that as well. So great system, and that Lincoln Play, it just looks really nice on these. It does, as I mentioned, replace the headrest. So that is not available with your Comfort, those ultra soft 22-way seats, not available with the Lincoln Play. So you have to go one way or another. If you want those seats, then you are not allowed to get the Lincoln Play with DVD with that. So they can't be ordered together. So that's your accessories that are available on your reserve trim of the Nautilus. I'd like to finish out the video talking about the different warranties that are available. Of course, all your Lincoln vehicles come with a 4-year, 50,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty with a 4-year, 50,000-mile pickup and delivery service, which means if you need to service your vehicle, you live within 45 miles of the dealership, you can have them pick your vehicle up for service. They'll leave you a Lincoln loaner, service your vehicle, they'll give it a nice little car wash, wash the vehicle for you, and bring it back to you. And you can take care of everything, paying wise, right through the phone, through your app, through the Lincoln Play app, Lincoln Way app, and take care of everything that way. So great service for you. Now if you want to bring it to the dealership, or you live outside that area and you're going to the Lincoln dealership, you still get some of those great services. So you drop your vehicle off, you can use that Lincoln loaner to go to lunch. They'll also detail the vehicle for you, and so it's ready to go. So that's some other great services. Now let's talk about the powertrain warranty and roadside assistance. It's going to be a 6-year, 70,000-mile powertrain and roadside assistance. So it really upgrades it from Ford's warranty to Lincoln's great warranty there, going up to 70,000 miles on the powertrain. So some great warranties that come with all your Lincoln vehicles. Now check out our Lincoln website, McArthurLincoln.com. They're in each one of our vehicles. You can check for availability, schedule a test drive. You can see pictures. You can also see kind of an exterior 360-degree view of the vehicle, inside as well as an outside perspective on each one of our Lincoln vehicles. So check that out. You can also check out our great Lincoln pricing. We do discount our vehicles. We discount from MSRP, and our prices will include rebates based on our zip code. So if you live outside of our area, you might want to give us a call or send us a text message at 785-378-5031, or you can call us toll-free 1-800-874-6316. So I hope you enjoyed this complete guide on the 2019 Lincoln Nautilus Reserve. So I have a special offer for all of our YouTube viewers, and that's going to be free shipping on any one of our Lincoln vehicles to your door. We just ask you finance a vehicle with us. We're very transparent about that. The reason we do that is because the shipping is not free to us. It does cost us money if you finance it with us. We don't have to incur that cost onto you. The lender gives us a kickback on that, and so that's a way for us to be able to provide that free shipping. And the reason we offer that out there for us is because we have several people that live outside of our area, really enjoy these videos, feel like that we give you a lot of great content, and feel comfortable buying from a vehicle dealership that knows their inventory like we do, and know how to order the vehicles and make sure they can order the vehicle the way they want to. And so they'd like to work with us. So this is a great way for us to be able to provide that, giving you the same kind of deal, great internet price as you would see somebody that was local coming in. So take advantage of that. Give us a call or send us a text message at 378-5031, or you can call us toll free 1-800-874-6316. If this is the first time watching one of our videos, hit that red subscribe button down there. That way you can get subscribed to our YouTube channel with some great Lincoln and Ford content. So I think you'll really get some value out of some of the videos we have. Videos like this, we have this complete guide series on all of our Ford and Lincoln lineup, all the different trims, so definitely check those videos out. Hit that notification bell down there as well. That way you get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and smash that like button. Lets other people know it's a great video they need to watch. You like the content, helps out the video as well as the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. So if you want to do that, go ahead and smash that like button. Again, also, don't forget, leave your comments down below. I love getting all the different feedback from you and let me know how I can make these videos better. So please leave those comments down below and let me know how I can make these videos better. Also, if you haven't had a chance, go ahead. You can reach out to me on social media. I'm on Facebook or Twitter. I'm at Tim Bartz, so you can reach out to me that way. I always retweet any of my videos onto there, as well as give you some information what's going on in the dealership too. So definitely reach out to me, follow me there. So hopefully you got a lot of this video, very enjoyable and information that I gave you. And until the next one, we'll see you later.